Australia can open more doors for investment for Malaysia. And second, there was an anniversary of missing MH370 nearing. So what the status? Because now is the search and rescue have been suspended.
On the latter question, the 8th of March, this Friday, marks 10 years since the disappearance of MH370. Now, tragically on that, some 239 people were on board, including 6 Australian citizens, as well as a Kiwi who was resident in Western Australia. I must say this, it will be a difficult period because on the 17th of July, we will commemorate 10 years since MH370, which saw 38 Australian citizens out of 298 lose their lives. We acknowledge at this time the ongoing grief for loved ones and deeply regret that the aircraft has been unable to be located despite the extensive searches which took place in the southern Indian Ocean. So we understand that at this time it will be a very difficult time for people because they weren't given the certainty that would come with a successful search mission. It is very difficult. I was the Transport Minister for some time and the Shadow Minister here, and I know that Australia participated. This, of course, is led by Malaysia as the state of registration for the missing aircraft. So the relatives and others, friends and associates, will find this a very difficult time. But Malaysia certainly, in particular, it's a difficult time for our friends in Malaysia, and we certainly acknowledge that. Anna Henderson.
Thank you. This is a question to both leaders. What sort of language would you like to see in the ASEAN summit communique delivered on Wednesday in terms of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict? Do you have sympathy with Israel's position? And then just to follow up on that MH370 question, if I could just understand from you, Prime Minister Anwar, will you commit to a renewed search effort, and what gives you hope of a breakthrough this time?
Well, the first question, I think the general consensus is calling for ceasefire and great humanitarian support, probably avoiding the contentious issues between Palestine and Israel, but at least for now, the ceasefire and humanitarian assistance. On the 370, we have taken a position that if there are compelling case evidence that need to be reopened, we will certainly be happy to reopen, because I don't think it's an issue of a tactical or technical issue. It is an issue of affecting lives of people, and whatever need to be done must be done.
On Australia's position, we have been very consistent, and the statements, joint statements by myself with the Prime Minister of Canada and the Prime Minister of New Zealand, who will be with us here this week, indicate our extensive position of our opposition to what occurred on October 7. Our deep commitment about civilian suffering, whether they be Israeli or Palestinian, our call for a humanitarian ceasefire, our call for hostages to be released, our call for a political solution that must include a two-state solution where Palestinians and Israelis can live with security and stability side by side, that is in the interests of everyone in the region. Now, that is Australia's position. No doubt the world, including ASEAN leaders, are concerned about events that have occurred there and concerned about instability that is created there as well. And I think the world is looking on and is very concerned about the loss of innocent life that has occurred, both Israeli and Palestinian.